For some students, this is the most difficult English grammar to learn, but it's really not, it's really easy. So today I'm going to show you how to use the past perfect. Imagine you're at a party with your friend, you're having a great time, the vibes are good, but then all of a sudden this girl comes up to you. Hey. Are you okay? Yeah, pretty good. You?
Oh, I am great. You're looking good too. Oh my God, it's been a really long time since I saw you last. Do you remember that night in Miami?
Wow, yeah.
Do you know we've got a baby together now? It's crazy.
You what?
Oh, there's my mate Sarah. I'll be back in a minute, yeah? All right. Nice to see you again. Sarah!
Who was that? I have no idea. Oh, really? Looks like you're friends. Before tonight, never met her. Wait, really? So then, Miami...
I've never been to Miami.
What?
I know!
In this situation, you want to explain that that thing that happened was the first time it happened. How can you say that? Well, for this exact situation, we have a really good grammar structure that explains everything. It's called past perfect. It's a had and a verb 3, and it's so easy, even Americans can use it.
Neither one of us had went into the room.
Okay, so maybe not, but I trust that you are smarter than the average American. It can't be that hard. You can do this. So until now, me, in my life, go to Miami? No, never. How can I say that? We use present perfect because it's until now. Present perfect, I have, you have, he, she, it, has. And this verb is the verb 3, past participle. So I have never been to Miami. I've never been to Miami.
I've never been to Miami.
What? In my life until now. That's present perfect. My life experiences. But remember, this situation, before tonight, never met her. He wants to say, okay, tonight we met that girl. But before this, never. This is when you use past perfect. What's the structure? It's always had, and again, verb 3. Oh, I forgot the verb 3 here. They're all verb 3, so that's easy. So we can visualize it like this. We met this girl in the past, but before this, never. Past perfect. This was the first time of that action. Before tonight, I had never met that woman. This is really useful for saying a thing I did in the past or something that happened in the past, that was the first time. Or it wasn't the first time in a negative, like this. If you come to London as a tourist and you don't need to use the tube, you just know your way by walking, then you should be very proud of yourself. And this guy is. He says, I went to London and I didn't get lost. So this is now. Now they are talking, and he's talking about a trip in the past. I went to London. And she's asking, was this your first time? And he wants to say no. Before this time, I went. How can he say that? Past perfect. No, it wasn't my first time. I had been there before. That verb had carries all the meaning. You're referencing the time before the past, right?
No, I had been before, a few times.
So how do we make this into a question? I'm glad you asked. What, you didn't get lost? You didn't need a tube? Had you been before? Again, let's compare. If I ask you, hey, you, in your life, you go to London, yes or no? Have you been to London? Until now. My question is present perfect, right? But because we're talking about past of a past, we use past perfect. Oh, before that time, had you been before? Now, you might be thinking, the grammar had, that means before. Why do I need this word? Well, in reality, you don't. However, it just sounds really natural to use it. The structure is really easy, I think. Try your own examples in the comments. Try some questions, positives, negatives. So really the main reason to use this grammar is to be very clear about an order of events in the past. You want to be very clear and say, this action happened before this action. For example, let's say you're a kid and your mum comes home, she finds you playing video games and she says, oh, you were playing games? You needed to finish your chores first. So you want to say, don't worry, I did my chores first before the video games. How can you say that? You need past perfect. This happened in the past, this happened in the past, but this one happened first. That's why this has past perfect. I had finished my chores, so I decided to play games. What's the problem? I'm trying to think of another situation you might use this. Okay, I've got one. You go to a party, you're wearing this new green dress that you love. You told all your friends,
Hey, I'm gonna wear my new green dress tonight. It's amazing. You're gonna love it.
but then Maria, it's always Maria, Maria shows up in the same exact dress. She knew you wanted to wear this. Again, you want to emphasize that something happened before a past event, right? So, perfect opportunity. I had told her that I planned to wear this dress. This is when you use it. So why might you not use past perfect? Let me show you. So your friend says,
Oh my God, I went to Paris. I'm so amazing.
and you want to say, well, it's amazing. Was it your first time? Because we're talking about this, yes, anything that she describes relating to this trip could be past perfect. So she could say, yeah, I had been before, and that's fine. However, this is the good news. You don't need to use it for pasts of pasts. You can, and if you want to be very, very clear on the order of events, it's very useful. However, you're not expected to use it all the time. In reality, this conversation would go,
Hey, I went to Paris. I'm amazing.
oh wow, was that your first time?
No, I also went 2 years ago, and then 2 years before that, and then every single year because I'm very, very rich.
There is no confusion here. She doesn't need to say, no, I had been before. She can, grammatically it's fine, but no one's confused, right? So she'll more likely just say this. No, I also went 2 years ago. The easy way to remember, when it's obvious, you don't need to use it. So yeah, you only really need this grammar structure when you need to be super clear about the order of events, right? You want to be very careful with your grammar and say this happened before this. This is where people use it wrong. Past perfect is not just a formal version of the past. I always see this with American reality shows. When people are trying to be serious and more formal, they use past perfect to talk about normal past events. Like this.
Talking about the stuff that you had wrote.
Okay, I think you are perfect with this grammar. You're so beyond perfect. You're past perfect, am I right? That one didn't feel good. Let me know what you'd like to learn in the next class in the comments below. You can practice with this and hundreds of other lessons in my Ultimate English ebook. You can get it on patreon.com/papateachme, my website papateachme.com. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.